any account of the disciples doing anything different, amen? And we have to come to that place and point. When God says to jump, we jump. Not, do I have on the right shoes to jump? Should I jump, 5 minutes? Should I go get my girlfriend so we can jump together? No, but we have to come to a point and place where God tells us to do something. We're confident in our relationship with Him, that we're hearing Him, and that we have the ability to do what He tells us to do. Amen?
Amen. Amen.
And I have an acronym that the Lord gave me regarding trust that we're going to go over. And the T stands for to take God at His word and to do what He tells us to do. Amen? In order to take God at His word, we have to know His word. Amen? We have to read His word. We have to commune with Him. We have to know His voice. Amen? As we build relationships with people, we get to know them by spending time with them, amen? When we get a phone call from somebody that's close to us, 9 times out of 10, we're not going to say, who is this? We're going to know that voice because we've talked to that person. That person has talked to us. We've been in a relationship with them, amen? And so it is with God. As we draw closer to Him, as we desire to be able to trust Him at the drop of His word, amen? No matter what He says to us, we're able to go and do it. We have to build that relationship with Him. We have to get into His word. We have to commune with Him, amen? We have to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that whatever He tells us, He can allow us to do it, amen?
Amen.
I know there have been times in my life I've scratched my head and said, Lord, you really want me to do that? No, I'd rather not do that. I'd rather do this. I'd rather not do it that way, Lord. Sometimes I don't know if you experience this. The Lord has told you to do something. You kind of put it in the back of your mind. Okay, well, maybe if I don't acknowledge it, it'll go away. Maybe if I act like I didn't hear Him, He'll just, pass that on to somebody else. Well, I've learned that He normally doesn't do that. When He wants you to do something, He wants you to do it. He knows you. He created you. He produced you. He knows everything about you. He knows what He's telling you to do. And I've learned that He tells us to do things that we cannot do in and of ourselves. Things that we need His assistance on, we need His help on. Amen? Amen. So again, the T is to take God at His word. Amen? And to do whatever He tells us to do. The R is to realize that in the midst of our doing, there's going to be some controversy, amen? Going back to our text, the disciples got on the boat, Jesus went to pray, and then in the midst of their boat ride, it said they came to the middle of the sea and tossed by the winds, for the winds were contrary, amen? Sometimes, life happens in the midst of what we're doing. In the midst of walking in obedience to God, things happen. Sometimes it's Satan, sometimes it's just life, amen? But we have to remember and know that no matter what is causing things to happen, no matter what's being contrary in our lives, we can trust God. Not only can we trust Him, He's there. He's right there in the midst of it. And not only is He in the midst of it, but as we trust Him, as we rely on Him, as we lean on Him, as we have confidence in Him, He will tell us how to get through what we're dealing with, amen? Amen. We can expect miracles, amen? We have to walk with the expectation that if God has told me to do this, God's going to take care of me. There are no surprises to God. There may be things that surprise us.